Yes, Diaspora Connect family. My name is Neville, of course, your home plug, and we are on the #1 connecting show in the region, man. I'm just getting ready for this super fire show that we're about to have. And just in case you don't know how to communicate with us, use the hashtag Diaspora Connect at Citizen TV Kenya, man. That's how we are rolling. But right now, we have a lot coming up on the show, and it looks something like this. Happy New Year, Diaspora Connect family. As we kick off this new year, we want to kick it off in style. So tonight on Diaspora Connect, we have Kahuha, aka Mr. Kahu, a renowned licensed cosmetologist in the United States whose specialty is locks and all things hair. Not forgetting also Regis, an international artist and community leader born and raised in Nairobi who, after moving to US of A, carried the Kenyan roots through music and community work as he bridges culture. We also have Naomi Ogutu, a prolific entrepreneur soaring the Kenyan hustle spirit through project management, tourism, as well as setting up Naomi Cars Services. From Rwanda is Joshua Mwaba, an IT guru who has set up his farm in Rwanda. Don't forget, from Boston is Isaac Ndungu, aka Kisarura, an international trade consultant taking the Kenyan name global. Diaspora Connect family, tumefika. Glad to have you, the most important person on the show right here. And as we already know, it's the new year, but still happy new year and happy festive season to you, the most important person on the show. Of course, my name is Neville, your home plug. Can't wait to get started. Joe, as you have seen, we have a lot in store for you. Wakati wa kutravel imewadia. And if you don't know how to get interactive with us, it's real simple. At Citizen TV Kenya, that's our Twitter handle. Ukiingia pale utatupata, hashtag kutumia ni Diaspora Connect. Wengine wanaita X, wengine wanaita Twitter. Also, when you switch over, you come over to Instagram at Diaspora Connect KE. That's how you can get interactive with us, because we have a whole heap of vibes on the show and we need you to connect to us. That's why we're the #1 connecting show in the region. Plus, stories by Kenyans for Kenyans from all around the world. And don't forget, this is not just entertainment, tunajibamba hapa na pale. Nah, it's bigger than that. It's all about representation. Yes, we're going to represent you and me and the whole world, see what we have to offer. And when we talk about what we have to offer, better buckle up, sit tight, because today's show is all about you. So talking about all about you, we have something that we do on the show. It's called Sights and Sounds. This is where I show you somewhere in the world and then you come through on social media and tell me where you think this is. So take a look at this place right here. Yes. Unaona hii place hapa, hebu angalia. Many hills you can see some waters of body hapa na pale. Do you know where this is? If you do, get over on your social media handle right now. Ingia pale kwenye Twitter, ingia pale kwenye X, hashtag ni Diaspora Connect. Let me know where this is. Also, don't forget at Diaspora Connect KE on Instagram. Slide through our DMs. Niambie, Neville, this place has always been on my bucket list, and this place is this. Ukishanipatia hiyo answer itakuwa murwa kabisa. We'll be reading so many of your feedbacks as the show goes on. Plus, also we'll be giving you some interesting facts about this place that you're seeing right here, so that I can help you guess, yes, so that we can be together as a family as we move along. And talking about moving along, yes, nataka tuende majuu right now, haraka upesi. Do you have all your documents, Uko na passport yako, umepack everything A-okay, because right now we are going all the way to an amazing place, the land of milk and honey hapa na pale. And we're gonna meet a Kenyan who is conquering this land to the fullest. When it comes to good things, she's making sure she has secured them for us. When it comes to good vibes, if we are trying to do things, she makes it possible. And as you can see, this is where she is. You can see all those construction, like you can see see the snow. Yes, when you see this place, as you can see her beautiful smile there, and one of the cars that she has in her car services, as you can see her hair looking all glitz and glam like the queen that she is. And lots of you back home, you already know who this is, but we love the fact that she's a Kenyan and she's doing amazingly well, especially out there in New York. And when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to services, she is always making sure they are top at the top. Even when you're flying across New York City, she's there to provide those services. And of course, she started right here in the 254 and took all these expeditions yani abroad. And as you can see there, she also secures high-profile Kenyans such as Sauti Sol. In time wanahitaji magari grind around the city, they need to be together, they need to get from point A to point B. Our next guest makes sure kila kitu iko top at the top. You know, because as Kenyans, tunapenda ka luxury flani, tunapenda ka lifestyle flani katamu sana. And as you can see, when we talk about luxury and lifestyle, pia when your golf course, she's there hitting the holes in one, manze. Enjoying life to the fullest. Unajua Kenya, work hard and play even harder. And we love the fact that we have this amazing queen with us to share her stories, her testimony about all the exploits she's been doing, especially as a diaspora champion. And we go all the way to New York City, and we meet the amazing, I want to call her by her full names and then get to the nickname. Naomi is on the show, or should I call you Nene? Hey, how are you? Can you hear me? Nene.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Yes, Nene, I'm calling you.
Oh. Hi there.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. It's winter. We are freezing.
I can see the polka dots on your jacket. They look so good. Tell me, how many degrees is it in New York right now? How cold is it?
Right now, it's around 38 degrees. But we're expecting the temperatures to drop up to the lower 20s. So, but we are ready. I got my gloves, everything ready.
And behind you, we can see an amazing backdrop. We can see a bridge there. We can see, some good things. Can you tell us what we can see in the background?
Yes, I chose this location with a reason. And the reason why I chose the bridge that you can see behind me there, that is the Brooklyn Bridge. It's one of the iconic bridges in New York City, and the Brooklyn Bridge was completed 153 years ago, and this bridge was completed by a woman. Her name was Emily Roebling. So my motivation mostly is Emily Roebling, and of course, Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty. That's why I'm here today.
That's amazing. What an amazing story. And it fits perfectly because we are talking to a Kenyan giant, a Kenyan guru. Naomi, when do you say? So I want you to stand back a bit so as we have this conversation, we can have this chat in the right kind of way. That's good. And we are delighted to have you. First of all, congratulations. Happy New Year. How has it been thus far?
Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. The year of action. Yes. And I'm telling you, this year is totally blessed, and I'm very happy to be able to see 2026, of course, thanking God. And I just turned 50 years, so this is my Jubilee year, so a lot of things happening, so much happening.
I love that Jubilee, a year of celebration, and we are starting right here on Diaspora Connect, so it's already looking up. I love it. So there are many people who are watching you right now. Some know your story, some don't know your story, so maybe you could enlighten those people who don't know your story about how you've conquered not only the 254, but all the way in New York too. Tell us about your story of how you got to Maju.
My story is just like any other Kenyan girl, Kenyan woman. I'm a mother. First of all, the most important thing about my life is I have to mention that I'm a mother of 3 children. And that's my biggest accomplishment, is just being a mother to those children who are excelling amazingly in America. 2 engineers and 1 is a teacher. So the engineering, they are taking engineering in college. So my journey started in the year 2012. This is when I left my motherland, Kenya. Before coming here, we call them professor, but in Kenya they are called lecturers. So I was an assistant lecturer at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I was also a part-time lecturer at Kenya Methodist University. I had a bookshop. I was an entrepreneur in Kenya. I was doing consultancy work. But in 2012, I had to leave the country for reasons I cannot just expound a lot here. And my first stop was New York City. So JFK, that was where we landed on a chilly winter February morning. And when we got to JFK, the temperatures were so low that we had to run back inside the airport because my children were not ready for that. Then our friend that had come to pick us had come with heavy jackets because it's kind of, he knew that we were really gonna be cold. So anyway, that just briefly, we settled a little bit in Queens, New York. We didn't have a host, so we stayed in a hotel as we organized ourselves. I really don't know how much time I have for this interview, so I don't know how much I need to go. Because if you give me an audience, I can go for 2 hours. I have 2 hours.
Nene, atuna 2 hours, but it would be good for those guys who are watching, especially who want to come to the US, for you to at least tell them some of the things, you know, of najua kupata visa, kwenda na watoto, all that process. So maybe just shorten it in a nutshell, because I love the fact that you've said about getting there in February, weather ilikuwa kidogo baridi, so that's also a good story. And when you relocated there, as you've said, it's personal reasons that you don't want to disclose too much. Was there a sense of culture shock, especially the fact that umefika America and this is your first time?
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't my first time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't my first time. So I had come earlier and then I went back and got my family and we came here. Most of the shock, especially being in a big city like New York City, it's a city that's quite diverse and the culture here is quite different. So it took us time to adjust and get to know how to get along, especially just moving around, getting our way on the subway system. The New York subway system is like a bowl of spaghetti. So you have to know how to navigate the trains, the uptown, the downtown, the express, the local. And I can tell you there are many times I got lost with my children. We would end up in Far Rockaway and we would be told, oh my God, we are cleaning the train. Can you come out? And we're like, oh my God, we're going to Queens. How do we get? So it was tough. The journey itself to America, of course, is not an easy one. When you come here, the first thing is money. You don't have enough money to survive until, you get yourself situated. Yeah. So the money that we carried, because I told you we were not even hosted. So what happened, we spent all our monies in hotels. We had a lot of money, but it got finished within 2 months. So it was tough. And I remember one time I met a taxi driver. His name, the taxi driver, I can't remember his name, but he told me to go somewhere and try to talk to people about getting us an apartment and helping us. Because here, for you to have an apartment, you have to have some credit. You need to have a job. There are so many things. Even getting just a house to live in is really tough. So we had money to pay the rent, but we couldn't get the apartment. So we went to a company called Upwardly Global. It had another non-profit called Kemba, and they helped us to connect us with the landlord. We were able to settle in New York. We were able to get jobs, and that's how we started our life here in America.
Mm-hmm. And not an easy kind of time, but eventually, you got there in the end. Talk to me also about setting up businesses and then, feeling comfortable enough to venture into areas that, are not ventured yet. So talk to me about setting up your business, maybe all the documents or all the hurdles you had to go through and how you went through them until now you have successful businesses.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And so just in a nutshell, for you to start a business in America is not hard because this country is straightforward. First of all, there's no corruption. So if you want to set your business and you have your paperwork in order, all you have to do is to apply online and then get the necessary licenses, get the business registration documents. Then for my company, I have a company, the structure of my business is an S Corp. So a corporation is an artificial person, And there's a reason why I did not want to set any other kind of business but a corporation. The corporation itself, I'm protected as an individual. In case I have debts as a person, those debts are not going to have to affect my business. If my business has debts also, those are not going to affect me personally. So I went for an S-Corp. Registration took me like 2 months. The money that I had to pay, different fees here and there. And after that, the main thing I had to do was get a vehicle and get employees. Now, recruitment for me was not hard because at first, before I got into business, okay, let me take you back. When I came here, I worked in retail. Number 2, I worked in corporate. I was a systems administrator for a power company. I did my master's, a second master's degree. So I did a master's in business administration, project management. And I remember the day I graduated in 2016, I told myself that this degree that I've gotten in America is going to benefit me. I am going to set up my own business. And this degree that I have is going to actually benefit me rather than me going to work for someone. So that entrepreneurial spirit was in me, even before anything else. So anyway, fast forward, I was able to set up my business in New York, duly registered in the state of New York. And our offices are in Manhattan on 57th Street. That is right in Midtown, a very, very prime area. We are on the 4th floor, and that's where we operate from. But most of the time, you'll find me out here hustling. That's why today, I'm not in the office. I'm here by the Brooklyn Bridge because this is what I do. So we offer sites, yeah?
Yeah, I like that. No, you can continue because as you said, you're a hustler. That mentality and that grit that you have, we know it's from back home. So tunakuelewa vizuri sana.
Nakwambia Kenya, tumelelewa na hiyo hustle spirit.
Yes, kweli.
And when you come to America with that spirit of hustling, the lack of fear, my motto is FOF. It means faith over fear. Once I have faith, I don't fear. Once you believe in yourself, you can conquer the world. It doesn't matter whether you are in Turkana, whether you are in Kiambu, whether you are in Kisumu, whether you are in Mombasa. Once you have faith over fear, you are going to overcome a lot of obstacles and nothing can scare me. My dear, this is the Hudson River, the mighty Hudson River. This is where they meet with the East River. And this is my playground. I tell people New York City is my playground. So we offer sightseeing tours. We have limousines, we offer ground transportation, and we also offer group tours. In 2023, we had a big group from Kenya Commercial Bank, from Nairobi. The Kenya Commercial Bank, we had 40 people from their Biashara Club. And we had a beautiful, beautiful session for 9 days. We started in Texas, we went to Dallas, we went to Austin, Texas. We came to New York City, went to Pennsylvania. And the tour itself was really, really educational and also something to do with the trade. So we took them to manufacturing, dairy farming, large-scale farming, truck manufacturers, and all that. So it was a really extensive tour. We also offer tours with the World Scholars Program. We have students from Kenya who come here, those who go to international schools. They come for Yale University. The program is called the World Scholars Program. So I am one of the service providers who provide services to the guests or the students who come here. First of all, we pick them from the airport, and then we take them to Connecticut, set them in hotels, get them good accommodation, we get them transport and everything, and then we give them tours of New York City. So we bring them to the city, give them tours, and make sure that the students, as they go back to Kenya, they are going back to Kenya with a lot of knowledge, a lot of exposure, a lot of experience. So that's what we do also in our business.
That's amazing. That's such amazing work. As you've said, you know, especially when you're going to a new city as a student, you would love someone to, you know, shop around you around, show you where it is. Yes. So you're doing some amazing work. Plus, in some of the videos that we were watching of yourself, we saw you with Sauti Sol, like in a BA, like in a Polycarp. So you're not only taking care of students, but pia maceleb wakikuja pia uko pale nao, si ndio?
have been so lucky to meet Bien and the team from Sauti Sol, Chimano, and the other guys. I can't mention all their names. Sauti Sol is a wonderful band. They lit up New York, and I'm telling you, the hall was full, and we were so privileged to be the official chauffeurs for the Sauti Sol, both in New York and Washington, D.C. So we gave them a road trip to Washington, D.C., spent time with them there, and actually it was really amazing. I've also had a chance to interact with Anderson Cooper. He's my client, Anderson Cooper from CNN. Anderson Cooper, I drove him here in Manhattan, and he told me about a program that he was coming to do in Kenya with the prisoners who become lawyers within the prison environment. So he told me about that program. He had not started, and I was so happy to see it, to see it on TV, that he really went to Nairobi, he went to Kenya, and he went to the Kenyan prisons and did that. Yes. Now, I want to talk to you about what is hot. Are you going to ask me what's coming? What's cooking?
Yeah, I was going to ask you what's cooking, what's coming, but before you tell us what's coming for the future, now natayari uko in your bag, as a business lady, as a Kenyan, please, kuna entrepreneurs, kuna young ladies, kuna watu wanakuona sahi wanasema Aki, Naomi, ningependa kwa ile position where uko. What would you say to encourage them, especially as they are going about their businesses here, and also encouraging them vile wangependa ku get to your level and even beyond?
Yeah. Aki, mnisamehe, kuna baridi kweli. We are freezing here, but we are okay.
Yes.
So anyway, I would like to encourage the girl child. I was born in the village. I went to a village primary school. I went to school without shoes. My father died when I was just 7 years old, and we were 9 in my family. My mother toiled. My mother struggled with us. My mother actually is my icon lady. My mother is my queen. And she struggled with us, and all of us in my home, we all have bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. So that lady really worked hard. My mother gave me this spirit of resilience and lack of fear, that resilience conquering the unknown. So I want to talk to the girl child in Kenya. Do not let anything hinder you. Do not let fear overcome your spirit. Sometimes you say, oh my God, what watasema nini? What are people going to say? First of all, that is the biggest problem. People fear. Listen, you came to this world alone. Personally, I boarded that Emirates flight to New York City, JFK alone, of course, with my family. Now, why would I worry about people who don't even know me? They didn't know me. They have never known me. I really do not worry about what people say. So what I can tell my girls out there in Kenya, tafadhalini, do not worry about what people say. Do not think that only a man can do something. Look at this bridge. That is the iconic Brooklyn Bridge. It was completed by Emily Rebling. She was married to the son of the engineer. She used to go to work. Do you know what she did? She had to prove to engineers and the foremen that she could do the work to complete this amazing bridge. She had to tell her husband, who was sick at home. I don't want to give a long story. The husband was bedridden. She would get him to write letters. Anaenda na hizo barua kwa kazi, anapatia foreman, anawaambia, you see, bwanangu amesema mfanye hivi. She was a very wise woman. Then afterwards, when the bridge was completed, do you know they told her, atembeze 17 elephants. All the way 17 elephants from Manhattan, all the way to Brooklyn and back, 17 elephants, to prove that the bridge was strong. Do you think if it was a man, angepewa hiyo kazi yote ya kuprove kazi yake? As women, we need to stand up and just show the world that whatever a man can do, a woman can also do. And sometimes we do it better. So even in Kenya, as you are working towards Singapore, the dream towards Singapore, I hope we have women that are also leading on that dream that you have towards that promised land. I would want to work on that. I would want to be part of that dream. And I'm offering myself. I'm here in New York City. I can train. I can showcase our Kenyan youth, our girl child, how to overcome all these obstacles and to be something in future.
I love those words. So impactful, so powerful. And before we love and leave you, of course, we will have you give us your handles and where guys can reach out to you, so that, because I'm sure many people will have questions. Some of them will want to talk to you personally. So that will do at the end. But what can we look forward to? Kuna kitu ulikuwa unaniambia we are looking forward to this year. Talk to me now, Naomi.
What's in the kitchen? What's cooking? What's cooking? Kuna mapochopocho. Mapochopocho yanaiva jikoni. 2026, first of all, we have the World Cup. The World Cup is coming to America. Now, Naomi Cars NYC, which is my company, I will introduce my company, the name of the company, the address and everything later. So Naomi Cars NYC, we have positioned ourselves very strategically to be service providers for the 2026 World Cup that is coming to America. Now, we are offering transportation. We are offering accommodation options. We are setting up a few Airbnbs because today alone, I saw in the paper that around MetLife Stadium, accommodation, they are going to charge $17,000. That is a lot of money per night for one night. So for my Kenyans that are coming to America, let us work together. You start booking early. I don't want you to book in June and you're coming in 2 weeks. No. You start booking now so that we get you proper accommodation where you can stay, because the finals are going to be here in MetLife Stadium in New York. We also have games that will be played elsewhere. So we are trying to check those people that want to watch the African countries play. We are going to organize for you how we're going to have different packages. Now, number 2, I would like to work with the government of Kenya to help with the youth agenda, because I love the youth. I love to work with the youth, and we are trying to see how we can work with the government, see how we can bring a few youths from every county or from whichever regions. I don't even know how they do it, but I would like to have a few Kenyans here, both men and women, to come. Even if they're coming for the World Cup or whatever they're coming for, we need to take them around and show them how America does, number 1, farming, agribusiness, drone irrigation. We have technology. Now we can have drones that are irrigating the crops. We show you all that. We show you beef production. America is one of the biggest beef producers in the world. So we want to show you how you can also produce your own beef and sell outside. You can sell to China, you can sell to Europe, you can even sell within Africa. A country like Zaire, Democratic Republic of Congo, they rely on imports. Those people, even mayai wananunua kutoka nje. How? Hizo kuku zote tuko nazo Kenya, na Zaire Congo is just across the forest. Si tunaweza teach watu wetu how they can learn from America. We have a lot of farming here. We have potatoes in Idaho. We have a lot of potatoes in Idaho. In Michigan, beef, a lot of beef. We have ranches in Texas. Here in Pennsylvania, dairy farming. We have corn, mahindi, inalimwa hapa kulimwa, mahindi mzuri. So there are so many things that you can learn in America. And if there's a ministry in Kenya that is in charge of those things, we can work together. I am here, I'm a Kenyan. I would love to help my country on those things. Number 3, about the world scholars. We also want to expand those students when they come to America. Once they finish with world scholars, we also want to teach them hands-on, like we teach them about IT. We take them to an IT, like technology village. We take them to Silicon Valley in California. You know, your child is in the Google College or Google Academy. Wanakaa hapo wanasomeshwa about technology. Anyway, I know I don't have much time, but there is a lot that is coming. I've just mentioned three projects. But yes, if we can accomplish those, even as you head towards Singapore, you are going to Singapore and you're going to sustain yourself in that Singapore. You are not just going to Singapore, alafu mnakuwa na poverty. We want to also eradicate poverty in Kenya. It's possible and it's doable with the partnership with the people like us in the diaspora. We are looking back home and we want to benefit all the values, all the business acumen, all the technology, all the things we've learned in America. We want to transfer them back home and try to benefit our country, Kenya, our motherland, our beloved Kenya.
For sure, for sure. And we can tell you're one who has many plans. You're a jack of all trades. And vile tu umesema America World Cup ni sawa. Nene ukifeel ni unataka kutuwekea sisi Diaspora Connect ticket moja hapo kwa hiyo tour. Ni sawa, pia unaweza tuwekea, tutakuja na tutajinais. Thank you very much for joining us. We salute you. And I always say this and I'll say it again so that you know it. The reason this show was put on air is because of champions like yourself. Because we know as Kenyans, we're not only conquering hapa mtaani, but pia tunaenda majuu, and we do the necessary and we make sure it all works out in the end. So salute to you. Najua kuna baridi huko. Thank you very much for telling us your testimony. Niko sure kuna wase wengi sana wanakujua, they've interacted with you, and as I've said, receive your flowers, and we definitely are delighted to have you on the show. But before tukuache uende, please, we have something that we do on the show. It's called salams. Najua watu wengi sana wa hapa nyumbani wanakuwatch, watu umewacha hapa, former colleagues, former people that you knew, your loved ones. Please, I want you to send greetings to everybody you left back home here. Alafu pia watu wote ambao wako US, community ya Kenya, wale watu wote umeinteract nao, pia nataka uwatumie salams. Twende kazi, Naomi.
So before I give you the salams, first of all, you gotta check us out on our social media platforms. Our company is Naomi Cars NYC Inc., incorporated in New York. We are on 57th Street in Manhattan. Our Facebook page is Naomi Cars NYC. Naomi Cars NYC. My personal page is Naomi Ogutu. Our Twitter page is Naomi Ogutu. And, you can always reach out to me. Also, am I allowed to give my telephone number there?
You'll give them on the... utawapatia kwa DM. Watakupata kwa DM.
So anyway, shout out to everybody in Kenya. Shout out to every woman, every girl that is trying to make it in life. Every person that's trying to start something. Do not worry about failing. Do not worry about anything. Just work hard. Have faith over fear. Just trust in yourself. Shout out to my brother, Francis Njogona Geshoke. He's the family bank manager, Nakuru. Njogona, shout out to him. Shout out to his wife, Winnie. Shout out to my whole family members. I cannot mention all of them. They are 9. So shout out to all of you, my family member. Shout out to watu wa Migori, where my in-laws in a place called Kadem. Shout out to Kadem people. Tutaonana hivi karibuni, and thank you so much.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. Can't wait to see you in New York. Unajua?
You're welcome.
That is
You're
amazing.
welcome.
Plus, anytime you have an opportunity to come back home, please usisahau, you have your diaspora family ambayo inakungoja hapa. So when you come through, make sure you come up through, seme hai, utuonyeshe gifts za New York, tukiendelea mbele. And thank you very much.
Mkuje World Cup, mkuje mshangilie kidogo. Hata kama Kenya haikumake, mkuje tushangilie countries za Africa.
Kabisa, uko na tiketi yetu, so hakuna vile tunaweza kosa. Thank you very much, Naomi Ogutu, all the way from New York City. And as you've heard, she is there by the Brooklyn Bridge. And I love the fact that she's told us the history about it, especially, she said it best. I don't even want to add any more sauce onto that. And thank you very much, and salute, and thank you very much. I'll let you go, get some warmth, to at least ufeel kajoto kidogo, because it's cold out there in New York City. But thank you very much, Naomi, for making time for us. And moving along, tutoke New York, turudi hapa mtaani 254, because we still have more guests on the other side waiting and raring to go and tell you about all the amazing testimonies that they've had, especially in the diaspora. But before we get there, nataka nikurudishe to something that we do here. It's called Sights and Sounds. Let me show you this clip of Somewhere in the World again, as you continue coming through on the hashtag Diaspora Connect at Citizen TV Kenya. Tweet us, tuandikie message pale kwenye X, tuambie Neville, hii place niko sure ni hii. And let me just give you a few facts about this place. This place right here has the highest percentage of women in parliament in the world. So if you know where that is, this is that country. Also, it has been named many a times the cleanest city in Africa. Hiyo nimenarrow down to where it is. Come through at Diaspora Connect KE. That's our Instagram handle. Slide through our DMs. We would love to hear from you. And let me tell you again, as I said, it has the highest percentage of women in parliament in the world. And also, it is known as the cleanest city in Africa. You know where this is? Use that hashtag Diaspora Connect. Na pia usisahau at Citizen TV and at Diaspora Connect KE. I am your home plug, Neville. Na hivyo no maneno venye ziko right here on Diaspora Connect. Also, when we talk about good things, we would love to hear from you. And don't forget, my WhatsApp number is on your screen. So make sure you are sending in those videos. Watu wetu wa majuu, send us those postcards. How is the new year rolling on? And pia kama uko hapa mtaani, manze, send us a video of your salams so that we can play it for all your loved ones from across the world. Also, when we're talking about across the world, I want us to go right now again to Ingia Ndege. And since it's 2026 and these are our first guests on the show, of course, we are going to travel somewhere for the first time again. Last year, we went to Syria for the first time, Azerbaijan for the first time. And this year is going to be no different. This year also, we are going to be stepping into new territories right here on Diaspora Connect. When I say stepping, I mean, you know, with our diaspora family na pia sisi, tukiingia ndani vilivyo. But right now, tuingie ndege, we go all the way to Botswana right now and speak to an amazing Kenyan who is not only, you know, making sure wase wametufeel huko to the fullest, but also peperusha your flag ya Kenya way high in the right kind of way, and I love it. So right now, I want us to say hi to this amazing Kenyan. Niaje bro, how are you, Isaac? Uko poa?
Niko sawa kabisa. Thank you so much. Good evening. How are you?
As we are best kabisa. How has your day been? What have you been up to? Uko area gani ya Botswana? Let us know.
I'm in Gaborone. I live in a farm, Sentane Farm, plot 90. It's about 10 kilometers from Gaborone city center. And I spend the day at the farm. I'm on partial leave. I operate from Kigali, Rwanda. But I'm currently at home in Botswana on leave. And I'm busy attending to my sheep and goats, chicken, and a little horticultural garden.
Oh, wow. That sounds so exciting. Talk to us about the journey of leaving Kenya, leaving everything you know. Umeacha smoky huku, umeacha chapati huku, ugali, and you went all the way to our neighbors and started off your life there. Talk to us about that and setting yourself up in somewhere different.
Well, interesting you take me back that route. But actually, the desire to come to Botswana was provoked by former President Moi when he returned to Kenya from the independence celebrations in Namibia. And at the airport, on his arrival, I was then a final student at Ruakabete campus. He challenged graduates to stop just looking at Kenya for work opportunities. And with a group of friends, some of them, if they're listening, know themselves, we started planning how to migrate. And going by his suggestion, we were looking at going to Namibia. But a friend of ours somehow convinced me that Botswana was a better place. And therefore, soon after graduating, on 17th of October 1990, I made my final plans, and 24th of November 1990, I boarded Air Botswana, which then used to operate direct flights to Nairobi, and came to Botswana, and I've not looked back.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it happened.
What an inspiration kind of story. We've had so many stories about parents influencing way of life. We've never had one that was inspired by our former president right there. Also, do you remember a bit of culture shock? Because I'm sure you are used to one way of life right here in Kenya and then landing somewhere else. Do you remember instances where you were like, should I go back home? Or is the food, the weather? Talk to me about maybe moments of culture shock as you landed for the first time.
Not really, but perhaps two incidents I could share. like I said, I got here on the 24th of November, 1990. That was summer. Okay, not exactly like the summers they have in Europe, but I was kind of summer in Botswana, in Southern Africa. And the following morning, because I put up in a guest house, I woke up early enough, took a shower, dressed up, and prepared to go to church. I walked to where I had seen a church the previous day, and there was nobody. There were hardly any people in the street. And I wondered what's happening. Then I went back to the guest house. Unfortunately, I was all alone, so I had the key. And I looked at the clock, and it was only 5:30 in the morning. And then I realized what had happened. Back at home, I used to tell daybreak going by sunlight, but things were different here. Daybreak in summer would start much earlier. So that was perhaps the first shock. As for going back to Kenya, that was nowhere in my radar. Those days in 1990, we didn't have online ticketing. You used to get a hard copy ticket. And the first thing I did when I arrived in Botswana was to tear it up. And I said, it's do or die. If I don't make it here and afford to buy my ticket back home, this return ticket, I'm done with it. Second real cultural shock was greetings. In Nairobi and Kenya in general, greetings were a casual thing. And I walked into an office. I found people in the waiting room, my reception. I passed because I knew the office I was going to, the person I was going to see. He wasn't there. Then I got back to the reception and I started asking those people, have you seen so-and-so? And they just looked at me. And one man volunteered and he said to me, you passed us here. You did not greet us. So why do you want us to help you? And I got to know that greetings in Botswana are very important. Coming from a place where you can greet a person and be asked, what do you want? That was a bit of a shock. Other than that, Botswana Africans like East Africans, nothing much really.
Oh, wow. What a moment right there, because to be honest, sometimes you can just bypass it, especially when it comes to greetings, but that was a lesson learned the hard way. But you've managed to stay there, you've managed to, build a name for yourself, represent Kenya to the fullest. How has it been like, especially, being between borders? How has it been like setting up businesses, working there? Has there been any challenges? And I'm sure there are Kenyans who are watching you right now who maybe have already booked that ticket or are on their way to Botswana. What would you tell them, especially as they are yearning to arrive somewhere new?
Well, I've been here for quite some time. 1990 to 2026 is a long way. I know for a record that officially I was the first Kenyan who came to Botswana to look for a job. Don't say that to anyone. That is true. And when I got here, it happened a week later. There was a cocktail hosted by a prominent Kenyan. He's still here. And it was announced that there was a new addition to the Kenyan community. Up until then, those who were known in the country were only 35, so I was the 36th. And that number included Kenyans married to foreigners, or foreigners married to Kenyans. They all counted. And it also happened those days in Botswana, there was a very serious gap in terms of skills. It was very easy. I got here on a Saturday, and by Monday afternoon, I had already secured a job, perhaps because of my previous experience with Price Waterhouse, but also perhaps because of my aggressiveness then. It's not there anymore. I walked into PM Golby office and I asked to see their managing partner. And the one who came in was told that there was a new investor and I was there with a very nice CV. And he took me to the boardroom and asked me, just Isaac, which estate do you want, which kind of sector do you want to invest in? And I told him, here, I'm the investment. And he looked at this little boy who was yet to turn 23. and he took me to the staff partner, who today is my neighbor. And I left there with an appointment letter. Things have since changed. And in any case, I worked for about 2 years for Bingobi, Deloitte, and which later became Deloitte and 2. Thereafter, I joined the government parastatal for 3 years. And I went into business. We started a little consulting business in an IT retail shop with my late wife, which we ran for about 15 years or so. And ultimately, my wings spread in consultancy, and I started getting consultancies outside Botswana. I have since worked in probably about 12 countries around the world, except the Americas. Mm-hmm. In terms of contribution to this country, I must admit that I have indeed I've recorded some milestones in the area that I work in, which is trade development.
Oh, wow, yes.
Together with the Kenyan.
I can imagine, as the 36th Kenyan to go there, I can imagine. Yes, and thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing with us those stories, because we know it's not easy going away from home, taking up new challenges. Sometimes there's fears here and there, but you're a living testimony of, conquering another land and, being there. As you've said, you've traveled from Rwanda, you've gone to Botswana, you're, just chilling and having a good time. And that is so good to see. And we love to see it right here on Diaspora Connect. And Isaac, before I love and leave you, able to tell me some of the things you do for fun, because you look like a fun person. If you're not on the farm, if you're not out there maybe walking around or going to church, what are some of the fun activities that you do with yourself or with others?
Really, my fun time is spent gardening and hosting. I like to host parties. I love to braai, what you'd call nyamachoma back home. And that's basically it. Just spending time with the friends. I live alone in the farm. My children live away. So anytime I find somebody willing to visit me, I'm very keen to host them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I read. You can see I'm in my study. That's where I am. And I do a lot of, I think I spend most of my free time, if any, just studying, reading.
Okay, we appreciate that too. Reading, studying, hosting. And before we love and leave you, I'd love you to send out some salams to everybody who's watching you, especially from back home right here in the 254, because I'm sure you have loved ones who are watching you. Also, you can also send some salams to a few, of course, Kenyans who are, you've met around Botswana and Rwanda, and, in between your travels.
Well, thank you so much. Greetings from Kisarura to my family members. I know some of them stayed late. The Jambo family, Wainainas in Kenya, wherever they are. And in Botswana, I doubt there are many people who are watching here. But in Kenya, the few who know me. But I just wanted you to let me also explain what I do. I'm a trade development expert or consultant. And my work today is to unlock export competitiveness by linking managerial capabilities with market intelligence, focusing specifically on SMEs, small businesses. I say this because aligned to that, I also do a lot of project evaluation. So if you would want to know how your program is doing, we can do an evaluation to tell you this is how successful it has been, this is what is working, this is what is not working, this is what you need to do to tweak it. But yes, back to greetings. I'd like to turn my salams to my lovely kids. I know they may not be listening, but to my nephews and nieces, wherever you are, especially to Murugi, Victor, and Alan for your sterling performance in the results that were released yesterday. Congratulations. And may the good Lord lead you to even scale higher heights. To Jason, Nelson, John, And all your nephews, other nephews, you know yourselves. Keep well. My brothers, Henry, if you managed to watch from Embu. Peter, Jimmy, I know you are my fan number one. I greet you all. And all my other friends, fans who might be watching.
Thank you very much, Isaac. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for pulling up on us. And before we leave you, Kisarura, is that a nickname? Is that the way guys know you? Talk to me about the nickname before we let you go, Isaac.
Well, Kisarura is a name I coined for myself when I was a student in Chania High School, where I did my Form 1 and part of Form 2. And those days in 1980, to survive as a Form 1 in Chania was a difficult thing. It was like perhaps today's equivalent of getting abducted. And we had this Form 4 student, I don't know whether he's still alive, called Getao from Ruiru, who used to walk around with Arura. And he assigned himself the responsibility of harassing me. So he told me whenever we meet, I should pay attention, salute, and say, Bombo, kiss the Rura. So that's how initially it was Kiss the Rura, it became Kisarura. I hated it, but eventually I thought, why not? Coming from a tribal country, use this as a name that defines you, different from everybody else. And that's how I got to be known as Kisarura.
Okay.
And I'm today Kisarura. The one and only. There's no other Kisarura.
1 in a million. Thank you very much, Isaac. We appreciate
there's no other Kisarura anywhere.
We can tell from the story. Asante sana. We'll let you get back to all your endeavors. Asante sana. Big salute to you. Tunakushukuru sana. We appreciate you. As you're saying, paka hadi tunapewa yani nicknames that tunapewa meanings. Thank you very much, Isaac, for the first time ever Diaspora Connect. Tumeingia Botswana na uzuri, and I love it. And that's what we do right here every Saturday from 10 p.m. till late. If it's connections you want, we got you. Kama ni representation to the fullest, iyo pia tumejistamp vizuri. So make sure you are also telling a few people about us. Immediately you unatutazama tu hivi, whether it's on YouTube, whether you're recapping this episode, ama unaiwatch live from YouTube, make sure you know you are our ambassador. Yes, hata wewe ambao uko nyumbani sahi, you automatically become our ambassador anytime you see us. So make sure you are telling people about us. Plus, I'm sure you know someone akoma juu. Kama ni ex, kama ni relative, kama ni former schoolmate, make sure you use our WhatsApp number on your screen. Write us a message. Tuambie ni aje, huyu na huyu tungependa kuconnect. I'd love to see. Make sure you come through so that we connect, because we are the #1 connecting show in the region. When we talk about connections, hatuwezi ongelelea connections bila mziki, because we speak so many languages right here on Diaspora Connect, including that musical kind of language. And right now, I have our amazing DJ Vera on the ones and twos. Nataka achezeka something ndio tuendelee vizuri. Vera, take it away. Take it away.
You don't wonder why the people fall in love. It could be for the game or pleasure, I don't know. But when it comes to lust, that's for sure. But when I can't do these things around, girl, like you the one that makes me smile, and it's true. Now only you give this love a chance to rain. Baby, don't go, all because of people like you. Because of people like you. Oh, you not because of people like you. Because of people like you. Oh, you not be. Agbẹ́lẹ́ ló kọ̀ láyé, ṣé pé kẹ́hìndé lè jojú táyé. Ọlọ́run má gbé mi fún ayé, òbí ó ti gbé wọn sáré. Kúdé jẹ́ka, tó bá gbé mú wígò rẹ̀ka. 7 David Beckham, nothing fit to shake my man. Come close without permission. Monday, we get a money, nothing we could give me condition. And shout it, I no get a loan me.
A gas boy, if me come big gas boy. Now chicken at the man toy. Fine boy, I'm all gone. Yeah, you know the system don't get joy. Nah, don't get joy. Can I call me baddest boy? Oh, baddest boy. Yeah, baddest boy. Because the girls boy. Now you get like the matter. Fight for you, I'm yeah, you know the system don't get joy. Nah, don't get joy. Can I call me baddest boy? Oh, baddest boy. Yeah.
Look at me, baby. How is that? Are you okay? Okay. Are you okay? Come to my bedroom. Cause I'm out there for you. Are you okay? Okay. Are you okay? I want to use my money to scatter your brain for you. Permit me. Yeah, I love you. I want to use my to shift your womb. Oh, permit me. Cannot the baby my money. She say, I am okay. Oh, lele, go ale, I am. Madu. I am you. Oh, lele, madu.
And that right there is DJ Vera on the ones and twos, making sure to go A-OK. Thank you very much, Vera, for representing to the fullest. As you've heard, she's been cutting across the continent, especially during this time where Africa is to the top of the top. Tunajua AFCON inaendelea, maneno iko shwari kabisa. Aya, wacha to keep it moving, because at the beginning of the show, I showed you a video. Yes, our sights and sounds. This is where I show you a video clip of somewhere in the world. Alafu you come through on our socials and you tell me where this is. And there's a lot of interaction that has been coming through on our social media pages. Naona manze wase wana pull up on us, wanatuambia maneno mazuri. Naona Susan anakantora sema hello Diaspora Connect. Really interested in the tours by Naomi. I'm shared on the interview. We'll be definitely tagging her on all our social media handles so that you can get her number. Ndo mu connect vile inafaa. Yes, we'll be sending all those contacts by Naomi. Of course, I know you all are loving Naomi Ogutu from New York. She's setting up some good things, and I want us to make sure tumeipata vizuri sana. Naona Obadaya pia amekamtona sema, hey Neville, how are you doing? I'm watching from Nairobi. Show iko lit kabisa. Hiyo site ni Kigali, Rwanda. Okay, I like that answer. Naona Masese Kamau pia anakamtona sema huko ni Kigali. Neville, Gabriel ana pull up on me anasema Neville, huko ni Spain. Come through. Continue letting us know where you think our sights and sounds are. Manukim pia kondani manzana sema 145 wana watch, wana enjoy show. Naona wase wengi sana yo answer naona mmeipata, especially after the clues. I like it. Naona pia hapa wase wanasema show iko lit. I love the environment. Happy New Year Oli. Thank you very much, because this is just the beginning, the first show of the year, and we are just getting started to all those lovely things that you know us for. And when we talk about lovely things, uko tayari kwenda majuu tena? Sindio? Yes, that's what we do best. Hopefully umepack toothbrush, umepack sawa, towel hivi, hapo sawa, because our next guest is an award-winning cosmetologist. Yani when it comes to everything hair, when it comes to everything beauties, he is top at the top. Hebu angalia hizi awards hapo. Yani hata si moja, ni mbili, ni tatu, ni nne, ni tano. An award-winning, yani mse wa beauty. It comes to man like Kahuha. Yani ikikuwa maneno ya kukutengeneza ukae shwari kabisa, man like Kahuha. And I make sure I cleans the top at the top spot. And as we said, it's not only one award. As you can see, those on participation ziko, award ziko. Kijana ako top of the top. So 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, first time ever on Diaspora Connect, man like Kahuha. Niaje bro?
Mambo?
Niko best kabisa, maza naona ukomboka yako hapo, niaje lakini unafila.
Lazima tu represent 254 bila inafaa.
Kabisa maze, I was just telling guys about venye umekuwa award winning hapa mbaya sana. But before tuambie hivyo, hebu tuambie uko area gani, uko wapi, alafu tuambie maneno ya awards ziko aje.
Jina langu ni Kahuha Kiroge, lakini najulikana kama Kahu. Niko Boston actually, niko real Boston airport, niko hapa hivi, niko kwa siri katikati. Niko katikati ya mjini. Mimi ni mtoto wa mjini.
Nice.
Born and raised Kangemi. Mimi wa Kangemi mazee, watu wa 2-3. You know?
Niko sure umebambika mbaya.
Watu 3 wako locked wote walikuwa wanangoja sana wanashindwa tutaingia saa ngapi.
Bana kabisa, now we have you here man like Kahu manze. Big up yourself, salute to you sir, receive all your flowers. As I was telling all our other guests, tunajua kutoka mtaani si rahisi na pia kuenda sasa na kukonka state nyingine, country nyingine pia si rahisi, lakini wewe Kahu manze umeifanya. So big up yourself. Na sasa naona ukomboka ni nini, hebu ambia wase venye ulitoka Kenya mpaka pale umefika sasa. How was that journey like? Ni nini imekufikisha hapo majuu? Na plus trophies manze, trophies pia ni mingi sana.
I know, niko one of the mimi niko born and raised Kangemi. Nilisomea Kangemi primary, nikaenda mzee kanikuza hivi akaniweka huko Ukambani, nikasomea mashule kadhaa huko Matudi. Nikaanza nilikuwa makanga wa 23, nikafanya 23, nikafanya number 9, alafu nikaanza kufanya biashara. Nilikuwa Moi Avenue for the longest time, so that's where nilianza hustling. Tulikuwa na shop actually, nimegrow kwa kiosk, tulikuwa nauza duka, so hapo ndio biashara ilianziaga. So after hapo nilikuja huku 2011, tuliwin green card tukakuja 2011. Na my friend, culture shock ilikuwa mbaya juu unajua sasa mtaani si ndio tuko kusema, alafu sasa hapa tukakuja tukaambiwa tulia tunaingia inaelewa kama time mimi
kwa sababu
nilikuja kama time
before uendelee Kahu, umeongelelea kuhusu kuingia majuu na green card. Hiyo process ilikuwa rahisi ama niko sure watu wengi sana wao wanaingia hiyo, unajua lottery hapa na pale. Was it an easy process to go about it ama ilikuwa kitu li try and fail?
Siwezi sema ilikuwa rahisi, ilikuwa ngumu. I think tu ni luck. Hapo ikifika imefika, lakini usi lose hope. Unaendelea tu kuendelea kujaribu na kila kitu. But coming ilikuwa to me haikuwa mbaya. Inakuwa very expensive, but to me ilikuwa tu sawa. Alafu sasa umefika hiyo mtaa, unaangalia round, unaona kuna mabazua hiyo mtaa, kuna watu tayari ambao wameshajiseti. How do you get your start? Unaanzaje mpaka unajua, mpaka unajisettle, mpaka kama vile uko sahi? So nilikuja huku venye nilikuja, nilifanya tracking kwanza. Nilifanya tracking kwa one year. Nilishikiliwa na maboys wangu wa mtaani kina JP, Sami, Boro, Keke. So nilishikiliaga tracking. After tracking nikamaliza tracking. Best yangu moja lakini alipass, soul yake rest in peace, Mike ndio akanichukua. Nilikuwa nimesomea Nywele kitambo 1999. By then just turned 46. Nimeturn 46 last month anyway, bado niko fresh 46.
Happy belated, uko sawa.
Na kan true, si ndio? Sijachoma.
Kweli, hata unakaa 18 bro.
Nikakiru. So Mike akanichukua. Hiyo ilikuwa 2012. 2012 hapo akanifundisha dread. So I've been working with Steve for the longest time. So nikafanya naye 3 years and then stopped. After hiyo nikaingia shule, nikapiga mboka yangu shule. Unajua hapa lazima kuwe na mavitu. Hapa sika mtaani, nikaenda class, I did my cosmetology classes, I passed my board test, I have my license for 13 years now. My license is 13 years old.
Oof.
So yeah, it's been a journey, like it's been poor. And then I opened my shop in 2026. Actually, this year is 10 years. And you guys are the first people to interview in the 10 years,
Yes, hapo sawa. Congratulations to you Kahu.
Yeah, ni 10 years leo.
Nice, congratulations.
And through my journey, nime-mentor a lot of people. Hapa hivi kwa shop yangu 10 salons zimefunguliwa. Actually the 11th one inafunguliwa next month. Kutoka hapa nimewamenta, wengine nimewafundisha from scratch. Hadi sasa hivi kuna mtu mwingine bado anafundisha hapa. Ndio unaona hata kujificha anaitwa Joe na mfundisha bado wako
hapo sawa manze.
So nime-mentor a lot of people. Now I'm proud of them. Alafu sasa nikiwa kwa hii industry nikaanza kuingia kama competition, maona, so nikapatia kwanza hiyo GB hiyo Great Boston. Nikapatia hiyo ilikuwa 2017. Nikafanyanga ingine ilikuwa Worcester hiyo ya Afro something, nikawaonesha vile 254 tunafanyaga, tukapita nazo. Na nikapata ingine juzi nikafanya hair show, nikapita hiyo 22, hiyo kubwa iko na kista. Naweza kuonesha 1 second.
Kijana manze award winning, lazima tuonyeshe maneno yake.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Ilipigwa mpaka nini? Kapigwa ingine.
Nice.
So nimepata ni God maze. Na support ya mama, siwezi msahau.
Ni sawa, utafika kwa mama. Tuko na segment ya salamu, utafika kwa mama, but congratulations to you bro. You're doing amazingly well, na pia the spirit of unajua kukua Mkenya ya kufunza wengine, kupatia wengine opportunities, that also we can see you shining. Unajua supremely manze, so big up yourself, na hiyo imeweza sana. Alafu pia when it comes to other things, unajua wewe ni Mkenya, I'm sure you've met other Kenyans. Kuna opportunities zingine umeona Wakenya wakithrive in, especially area wewe huko?
Area niko ya sport kwa Kenya kadhaa. Kuna ule I think mlimfanya ule concert ule ni student wangu, kuna wengine kadhaa. So kwa industry kwa sawa. Industry zingine Wakenya wanafanya sana poa ni zinaitwa nini, home care, manates nini, hizo Wakenya wanaendelea poa sana. So mostly I think kwa industry yenyewe I think for now ni mimi nimeshikilia.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm proud to say that, you know, hakuna mtu akona nini kama.
Ni ukweli majana, kazi ikijipa lazima mse aseme.
7 na niko na nini nyingine na come up, so Wakenya please, Wakenya na wapenda sana, wanakuwa wamenifollow kwa TikTok mbaya. So kuna wadi na come next. So I need a lot of support from you guys. Because ni competition noma itakuwa New Jersey. So but mimi si competigi sana, napenda kufanya kenye mimi napenda, you know, I love doing hair. I've been doing it for now, this is 20th year doing hair, you know. Tulianza na kina Steve Root.
Sasa hivi mko huko
kwa Steve Root. Yeah, how do sasa Mavet, lakini sasa tuko hapa.
Hapo sawa manze, and
kuna represent 254 very vizuri. Niko na products za 254 by then to home.
Hebu nikuulize hivi Kahu, when it comes to vile ulifika huko ukaona mandhari, ukafunzwa, ukaenda shule, mambo ya pricing inakaa aje? Like ulijua ni dolari ngapi ambayo utakuwa ukicharge? Do you know how unajua ma pricing manini zilienda aje? Kwa sababu sisi tunajua Kenya pia pesa lazima.
So hapa hivi depending na pahali huko. Sasa mimi niko kwa city, niko kwa Boso katikati. So when chuo kwa city base iko juu. Alafu kitoka nje ya city, sasa kuna wale Wakenya waka kama place zaitwa Law, wako nje kabisa. So base za huko ziko chini. So depending na pahali, nika tu Nairobi, ukiwa nini Tao CBD base iko juu, ukiruka kidogo zinarudi chini.
Kweli.
So base hapa ziko kidogo juu pia rent iko juu, vitu hapa ziko Boston expensive sana. Sana. Na pia najua Odem alikuwa anaongea huyo wa New York. Unajua
Naomi
namjua, yeah.
So, for sure. Na alafu
so, bei hapo ndio zo vary sana.
Si utupatie kama $1 hivi ndo tupige conversion yetu.
Hakuna noma. Ndacheza nini? Ndacheza kama mimi.
So how much katseme nikikuja hapo nikitaka unajua kuwekewa dread, retouch, kunini, inaweza chezea approximately kama $1 ngapi hivi?
So wagani 120, 140, 150. So inategemea kama unatengeneza nywele yake ni refu, ili kawani kazuri. Juu nywele refu bei yake
iko juu kidogo. Alafu na pia before ni kuache uende, when it comes to holidays, especially hizi tuna celebrate hapa mtaani, Madaraka Day, Jamhuri Day, how do you guys go about it? Because niko sure you still have that Kenyan spirit in you, na niko sure unazi celebrate too. How do you celebrate especially away from home?
So sometimes kuna kuwaga na those places like Law wanafanyaga ma event. So Wakenya wengi wako huko Law, Usta, so hufanya ma event. So muenda hivyo napeleka nini yangu hiyo nini zangu ma product nafanya hizo vitu zote, you know. So na kuna vitu mob nafanya tu. Na so kuna a lot of organization hapo wanafanyaga hizo vitu za Wakenya, tunajaribu kushikana sana, sio sana vile tunafaa, lakini tunajaribu. The most time tushikana, there's most time tushikana ni zile mtu akona kama amefiwa nini, lakini hizi vitu zingine hatuko hivyo. Kama mimi sinaga hata Wakenya wengi ni wateja.
So wateja wako wengi ni wasetu wa US?
Watu wote sasa. Wengine wote wazungu, like everybody, but Wakenya si wengi sana. Juu pia si wengi wako na dread sana.
Kweli inaeleweka.
But kuna swali ukamuuliza vile watu wanaweza endelea. Unaweza encourage mtu nini? Mimi naweza ambia mtu yoyote yako pale mtaani ananisikiza na wenye wananijua. Najulikana sana by the way, 2-3 wananijua mbaya. Ungewaambia hakuna kitu impossible. Kila kitu ni possible. Kila kitu. Nimekuwa huku for about 15 years, 16 years. It's still it's very hard actually. I would like to, it's very hard to be where you are. Sometimes, you wake up, you're like, oh my God, do I have to wake up? But it's life.
Yeah.
Una put on your best thing, you put on everything. Unakuwa humble, unakuwa active na kenye unafanya. Now you have to love what you do.
Yeah, kweli love what you do is important.
Yeah, you have to love what you do and make sure uko consistent na kenye unafanya, because sometimes unaanza katikati unaanza kuchoka. Usichoke, uendelee kufanya kenye unaweza fanya the best. Because hiyo ndio itakuletea matunda. Na kitu kingine success nyingine ni wazazi
Wazazi ni muhimu sana, especially ukikuwa in touch nao, ukiongea nao, maombi pale hapa na pale inakuwa muhimu sana. Sijui teknolojia. Jamaa wetu umeshika button gani? Ama ni watu wanakupigia kutoka nyumbani wamekuona kwa TV. But we'll be getting man like Kahu back in a few, cause nadhani simu kidogo maybe ameshika the wrong button, akaenda the wrong place. But this is Diaspora Connect. Man like Kahu, yani amekuwa akitesa mbaya sana. As you can see, that is some of his work on your screen. And you've heard him say between $100 and $150 you get your hair done up well. Plus he's an award-winning beautician. Yani ikikuja maneno ya nywele, ako top at the top. You've seen all the amazing awards ameshinda. And as I said, he said also, it depends on uko area gani kwa city, especially when you're charging. Kama uko ndani kwa city kama yeye pale Boston, manze ana make sure ame charge the right amount that can cater to his rent and everything. Plus, just like a true Kenyan he is, pia Kahu amefanya hivi, ameenda akatrain wengine ambao wakafungua so many other shops around. That's why you see he's really known. Na umesikia watu wa Kangemi, najua manze mumejinai sana, mnaona kijana wenu akishine mbaya sana. And we'll be getting back to him in a few. Najua itilafu ya mitambo hapa na pale, but we'll be getting to man like Kahu in a few, and he's all away in America. Kahu, umerudi ama umeenda? Watu wa Kangemi wanalia.
Maze sijui nini imehappen. Mumenikata hivyo tu live
Si man.
Hata nimegotea budangu maze. Unataka na
si ni wale watu wa Kangemi wanakuwatch, wanakupigia simu. Hey, mtu wetu.
I know, lakini kuna mtu ananipigia wa Kangemi by the way.
Natambua. Aya, Kahu manze. Kahu, unatubamba mbaya sana, and thank you for sharing your testimony and your story. Na napenda vile umeambia wase wa mtaani, anything is possible. Usiwahi give up. Alafu ulikuwa kwa hiyo point ya mwisho ya wazazi. Ulikuwa kwa point muhimu sana ya wazazi.
Wazazi ndio everything. Mtu yote mzazi wake yuko, patia mzazi wako heshima, akubarikie job. Mimi niko hapa juu ya budangu. Mimi natambua budangu mbaya sana. Madhangu alipass, but budangu ndio ameniweka hapa till now. mzae, my dad ananipigia daily ama weekly kuniuliza mambo ziko aje, uko aje, na saa zote niambie kila mtu hapa, wazazi si pesa wanataka. Sometimes wanataka tu kusikizwa tu. You know, wanataka tu kusikizwa, wajue ni aje, uko aje. So please get your blessing from your parents, everybody. Ni poa sana, heshimini wazazi. Hapa tuko ni juu yao man. Sana nakwambia.
Kweli.
Mimi niko hapa juu ya mzazi wangu, na mtambua sana, na mpenda sana budangu.
Kweli umesema.
Najua hapo amelala atalala hivi tu.
After interview imeisha.
Daddy, we made it on TV.
Kabisa.
We made it on TV.
Kau, napenda vile umesema hivyo juu ni ukweli manze, especially wewe uko majuu na bado una keep up na mzazi wako. Kuna wale mzazi yako tu hapo next room na bado wanaleta noma. So you have said something very important and thank you for that. And before tuanze maneno nyingine za hapa na pale manze, I would love usalimie watu. But before to get there, nataka utake a few seconds because we have something special for you. Najua uko na mteja like Sahil, but I want you to watch nataka watch screen yako sahi because umesema vile unajulikana sana. Unajulikana. Aya, we have a few special people who came through Diaspora Connect just for you. Ebu take a listen.
Vipi Sakabuha? Mnaje bro, tunafurahia sana jole mambo unafanya. Congratulations kaka, tuko nyuma yako, tunakushindilia. Congratulations hizo awards zote, tuko nyuma yako kaka. Big up kabisa.
My name is Oscar from Kenya. I'm here to say hi to my brother Kahu from Boston, USA. Big up my bro Kahu. Wewe ni ndugu yangu mbele na kupona mpaka dakika ya mwisho bro. Kazi unafanya huko America ni vizuri sana. God bless you, God bless your family. Amen.
Kahu, umerecognize hao wase wametokea hapo?
Kana alekive. Umenipata.
Nimekuwahi hapo. Aleki na Oscar wamekuweza mbaya.
Hao ni wale ni tumegrow nao. Oscar ni right man hand wangu. Aleki na yeye hapa amenishikilia mbaya.
Wallahi.
Aleki man, respect man. Aleki alikuja na Nonini wakashoot video man. Video ika blow up. Nonini alikuwa the first person kunifanyia interview. Man, na respect Nonini sana. Mgenge true.
Hapo sawa manze.
Oscar, thank you man, thank you.
Manze,
wallahi umeniwahi.
Inakuwaga hivyo bro. Hapa ukikuja Diaspora Connect tunakuwaga na hizo secrets and tips, na pia tunakuwaga na all our loved ones ready to give us the love that we need. So big up yourself. Alafu before uende, wakati wa kutoa salamu ndio hii. Sasa nataka usalimie kila mtu wa Kangemi, salimia kila mtu ambao ulikuwa naye hapa mtaani. Alafu pia usisahau wase wa Boston and all those amazing Kenyans that you have met in the Diaspora. Aya, tuma salams Kahu.
Tatuma kwanza phone. Nitatumia budangu. Nimwambie amenishikilia sana. Nitatumia budangu. Nimwambie amenishikilia sana, namrespect sana na nampenda sana. Secondly, nitatumia my wife anasikiza na watu wangu wote wako online leo. Wanaona budangu wanafanya mambo zake. Nampenda sana na familia yangu yote. Watu wa Kangemi Nimbwekze, nampenda sana watu wa Kangemi. 23 the game kina Kiki, alafu sasa nikuje nisalimie kina Oscar Mazee umemaliza, watu wa Moyave ni Hamza Macha, kila mtu, brother zangu Joroge, ule jamani mtu Niko, brother zangu mdogo pia, kuna masista zangu Salo, Bobo, Warosho, kila mtu. Na kuna kitu kingine, tuko na shop Ten Mile Lofts iko Kenya na Seto. Kuna ingine iko hapo Gabu, pia yeye ako hapo hivyo, namsalimia sana. Nasalimia kila mtu kwenye nilikuwa pole KC, watu wa KC wako Lock TV. Kila mtu namsalimia sana na nasema ni asante. I appreciate everything. Nasalimia kwa mwisho hata kuambia Willy Mazee, Willy Gitao kwa ndio niliconnect hapa. Alifanya the best thing alifanya. Na Mazee na washukuru sana sana. Alafu kuna watu wangu wa Jogo watakuwasalimia 1 second. Jogo.
Wakuje wote. Wasalimie, hopefully watasikika kwa mic.
Hello. We doing good. So, kwa nini hapo wengine ni wa camera shy?
Oh, ni sawa. Tunawasalute bado, but thank you very much Kahu, tunaku-appreciate sana. Thank you very much for pulling up on us, sharing your story with us, and I'm glad that
Niko na one more thing before you go.
Okay, sawa, tuende kazi bro.
Niko na kuna kitabu naandika ina come soon, inaitwa The Diaspora, so watch out for it.
Okay, sawa manze.
Inaitwa The Diaspora, so I'll give you the link nikimaliza. Yeah. Mama anasema asanteni sana kutuweka hapa on. Anaitwa kipenzi cha roho yangu. Bora na kwa hapo anawaangalia anasema
angekuwa hapo pia tungependa kumuona, but kama ako mbali ni sawa, tutampiga tu salute.
Ako mbali juu na mtoli.
Okay, sawa. Inakubalika.
Sana in everything. Na big up to Citizen TV na The Diaspora Connect. Hivyo mna connect watu. Na before ninaweza wapatia ma handles zangu.
Yes, of course, please.
Yeah, it's Shine My Locks. Shine My Locks and Braids. Kila pahali, Facebook, TikTok, Shine My Locks and Braids. Everywhere ni Shine My Locks and Braids.
Okay.
So, nashukuru sana mazuri, nimeenjoy sana.
Big up.
Kila mtu amewatch, ameenjoy. Nimesema songea kizungu ndio watu wajuaje. Bado tuko mbele hapa. Bado kuna kitu ile umta.
Trust me, tumesikia hiyo accent katikati ya hiyo Kiswahili tumekuwa tukiongea, kwa hivyo usitense.
Na kuna jamaa moja nimesahau ataniwekea lawama, anaitwa Guji. Nimesikia hapo amekuja kutembea, yeye si mtaani, ako hapa anatembea.
Kabisa.
Ako pale amejificha, lakini sasa ningechoma.
Usichome, haina noma.
Na watu wote wa Boston wapenda kina Jeff.
Hey, Kau manze, big up yourself, sir. Asante sana. He's out there in Boston taking care. Lazima bro, and he's automatically now our ambassador. Boston tumeweka on lock. Thank you very much, Kau, and that's what we do every Saturday from 10 p.m. till late. Bring you closer to all our loved ones. Bring you closer to all those Kenyan stories that are making waves globally, even without you knowing. Kuna bado effects all around the world. So thank you very much for keeping up with us. Make sure you are following us on all our social media handles at Diaspora Connect KE. That's where you get us, especially when it comes to Instagram. Na pia usisahau, use that hashtag Diaspora Connect anytime you are on the X app. That's how we can talk to each other and know what's really going in each other's kind of world. Sindio? Vile inakuanga manze. Salute to you also for keeping always us number one connecting show in the region for a reason. And make sure this year too, every single time this episode is done, head on over to YouTube where you can rewatch it again and again in case you missed a story you want to, connect with one of the stories also that you've seen right here. Connect with them, rewatch all our amazing episodes. Head on over to Citizen TV YouTube page. You'll find an amazing playlist there, Diaspora Connect, and you can watch all the amazing episodes. Hata last year 2025 ziko hapo bado manze, utaona vile tumekuwa tukijinice all year round, and this year is no different. Also, when we talk about good things around us, wacha tutoke Boston, alafu tuende straight all the way to somewhere where you will not need to, when it comes to cleanliness, wako number one. When it comes to the last Saturday of the month, inakuwa na mandatory cleaning, a city and a town we love. Plus, one of my favorite streamers, Aisho Speed, is right there right now in Rwanda. And I love the fact that we are going to meet IT guru, man like Joshua. Niaje bro, how are ya?
Poa sana Mr. Neville. Thank you so much.
Manze, niko best manze. How has your day been? Uko area gani ya Kigali? Sijui kama umeona Speed akitembea kwa hiyo tawa yenu.
Niko poa, siku imekuwa poa. Niko area ya Kigali, right in city center. Yes, Peter huko anafanya makelele, you know what he does.
Bana, ako yet kuja hapa to 54 because you know he's on that African tour highlighting all amazing aspects, and I've just seen him talk about Rwanda and how beautiful it is, thousand hills, cleanliness. What else could you say about Rwanda, especially to Kenyans who haven't visited yet?
Okay, Rwanda is a beautiful country, to be honest. Ikona milima 1000. Actually, the name is the land of 1,000 hills. It's very beautiful, and the culture there is very inviting. The people are so friendly. There's a lot of Kenyans here. It's a really nice place for anyone to come and visit.
I love that. And for you personally, you've gone there, you're conquering, you know, you are Rwanda, and you've stayed there for a while. Talk to us, especially about your journey from leaving Kenya and setting up shop in Rwanda.
All right. My journey started in 2022. Nilikuwa nimepiga kazi huku Nairobi for about 5 years, corporate, you know, startups and all that. But ikafika point kazi kaisha. I was at a very low point in time. Nikasema, you know what, I'd want to do business. So I joined a program inaitwa Jasiri, which is a program for entrepreneurs to learn about business and innovation, basically. And a program here in 3 months. You come to Rwanda, you come to Kigali for 3 months. Mnafunzwa about business and all that. So my plan was to come here and, you know, I'll understand business, the ecosystem and how things work. Alafu nirudi Nairobi and start my own thing. But within the 3 months, I realized, you know what, huku Kigali kuna opportunities mingi sana, especially for software engineers like myself. And I was like, okay, you know what, I may actually do it from here. And nikamekio decision tu hivyo. And it has been 3 years paka size. So tukafanya biashara for about 2 years. We started a company, got a few co-founders to work together. And for about 2 years, we struggled a bit, building the product, understanding the market, chasing down investors and all that. And it was really a struggle, to be honest. But we eventually landed an investor, tukapata some capital, and we got licensed. And we've been operating since then. So that's basically the story.
That's basically it. And would you say it was a tough kind of process setting up away from home, or was it a bit easier? What would you say about that?
It was very tough, to be honest, because first of all, lazima we understand culture. You know, even business goes hand in hand with the culture. So the first thing was to understand the Rwandan culture, how things work, how the people interact, the language. So I would say it was really competitive and really hard for the first 2 years. But over time, you start to understand that these are people just like us. They have their own way of doing things, but we are very similar at the same time. So tukaelewana, and of course, there's that curve ya understand biashara. You have whichever market that you're getting into. For us, we are doing retail automation. So we had to understand how business works there. And you know, Kenyans are a bit ambitious, you know. So their way of doing things might not be the same way as the way Rwandans are doing things. But there are some similarities that are there. So we try to see how we can leverage on the small gaps in the market that existed. So what we realized was that kuna a whole gap here compliance when it comes to taxes, not just in Rwanda, even in Kenya and Uganda and Tanzania. So we decided to center down on tax compliance as a business, and we started helping enterprise businesses kufanya tax returns and file their receipts. So that's how we ended up in the space of tax compliance. It has been really tough, but once you understand the market, it becomes much easier to go with the flow and to make a living out of it.
And let me ask you this. Do moments of culture shock somehow affect business? Because I'm sure if maybe the food, as you've said, the way the purchasing power, panapale, is there a way culture shock can kind of influence business in a way, especially when you're out there in a different country?
Definitely. Like you mentioned, food. One of the things that are quite different in Rwanda is the way the cuisine basically. Because it was hapo nje kando ya mimi nimezaliwa by the nime grow up Ngong Road. Shout out watu wa Ngong. So tumezoea mama kibanda, ukisikia njaa unaenda tu hapo kando ya shop, kando ya nyumba una food like that and that's it. But huko Rwanda that's literally illegal. Always fanya kitu kama hiyo. It's ukipatikana doing some small kibanda ya chakula, literally unaweza hata iko ndani for that. So that really affects how business is done, and you can now see the differences between what we are really used to huku Nairobi and what is the norm in somewhere else. Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing is also the language. The language is a really huge culture shock because the way they communicate is a bit softer. Kenyans
so aggressive.
But wanakuwa very aggressive. Wanakuwa na ukali. Sasa zingine narudi huku na shanga sasa shida ni nini? But even the language and the way they do things is a bit softer, a bit calmer. And for me, it was a culture shock because I was like, we need to move fast. We need to do things chap. We need to get things done. But I slowly learned to adapt with the market because there's no way you can grow in a market without understanding it, basically. So cultural shocks zinaenda hand in hand na business, to be honest.
Yes, I can definitely hear that. You've explained it so well, especially when you've talked about also language. Venye zinaweza, unajua leta kamshike hapa na pale, so understandable to the fullest. So you've been in Rwanda now for some time. Talk to me about how you connect with other Kenyans. Is it during social events like holidays, ama you patana tu every single time? Talk to me about the relationship with especially Kenyans from that side.
Sure. Uzuri siku hizi technology. Tunaweza connect na wade anytime. We have weekly sessions tunaongea now every other day, as well as where there's an event. Rwanda is just here 3 hours away, so if there's an event kama ni harusi, kama ni mazishi, kama ni any other special type of event, I can make some time kukuja kuonana na watu wangu, at least kurefresh, kuongea Kiswahili kiasi. So those are the ways that I make sure that I stay in touch with my people. I think being grounded in where you come from is very essential, especially when you're out there. Unaweza pata una lose identity yako ukiinteract na watu wengine, but I make it a priority to stay in touch with my roots. So my video calls, my phone calls, mresho wangu pia tunaongea naye kwa simu every single day. So that's how I keep in touch with my people.
Okay, that's amazing. And what about opportunities? Because you're in the IT sector, I'm sure you interact with the other Kenyans in other fields. What other fields have you seen Kenyans thriving in, especially in Rwanda?
I've seen a lot of Kenyans in the hospitality industry. Wameshikilia sana mahoteli huku. They are very good with hospitality. And also banking, and a lot of opportunities in banking. BPR, KCB, they have similar cultures na Kenyans. But what I would really talk about most is the tech industry. It's very rampant. It's explosive. Kuna Jasiri, like I've mentioned, is an entrepreneurship program in encourage watu kufanya technology-based companies and innovations. Kuna Nosken, it's a very huge, technological hub for businesses around Africa. So there's a lot of attention when it comes to tech. And Kenyans are very good with technology and IT basically. So kuna opportunities nyingi sana zenye nimeona a lot of Kenyans wanaweza take advantage of. And I'm speaking like that as a testimony myself, because initially I didn't think that there's any opportunity outside Kenya, because Kenya is all I knew. But I would really encourage any other IT guy or any other entrepreneur to try out other markets, especially with the kind of knowledge that we have and the kind of experience that we have. It can come in handy in other markets that might not be very obvious.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to ask you next, to talk to the IT gurus. Because the question kuna mse wa IT anakuona, anaona setup yako kwa background, anaona Kigali, anasema ningependa kuwa kama Joshua. So I like the fact that you've encouraged them to step out of their comfort zone, to step out of, Kenya if they're in Kenya, and just experience something else. Because sometimes, you need that challenge in your life to get to the next kind of step, just like yourself, Joshua. And thank you very much for sharing your testimony with us, and tunakubig up mbaya sana. We know si easy kukua away from home, kama vile umesema mresh, kupiga back home, saa zingine it's not that easy, family and friends, saa zingine unakosa events za Kenya huku, unajua ukiwa Rwanda unakosa vitu zinaendelea mtaani, but you're still there manze, una soldier on. So big up yourself to the fullest manze. So before we love and leave you, si upenda wasewa tumesalams juu, as you said, kuconnect ni kitu moja, alafu hapa on Diaspora ni kitu nyingine. So I want you to make sure you send out your salams to everybody from Kenya back home hapa, alafu pia a few people from Rwanda. Let's go.
Kabisa. Mimi ni mlunje, half mlunje, kwa hivyo hiyo salamu lazima ni important.
Usijali, mimi nakuelewa bro.
Kwa hivyo naweza penda kutuma salamu sana kwa Madhi ndo the reason why I'm doing all this. My brothers, my sisters, kina JC, Julie, Joy, Jewel, Ray, na watumia wote salamu. Watu wangu wa church pia, mimi ni mtu wa church. Na watumia salamu nyi wote, makuzo wangu wote kutoka Tharaka all the way, decision makers. Natuma salamu kwenu, watu wangu wa Kakamega also natuma salamu. Watu wangu wa USIU, ama USIU graduate. Natuma salamu kwenu, watu wangu wa Machakos Boys, big up sana. Na pia watu wangu wa Ngong, route number 111, na represent kabisa. Na also big up to you, Neville, na Diaspora Connect. I love what you guys are doing. Kuhighlight vitu zenye tunafanya huku nje, inatufanya tusikie very appreciated. At the same time, inapatia watu opportunity ya kuona what we are up to. And thank you so much for the opportunity, Lord.
Big up yourself, Joshua manze. Thank you very much. And ile time utaka mtaani manze, make sure you reach out to us ndo pia tuku highlight tukikuja. Unajua hapa mtaani cause pia uko na gift yetu. Si ati utakuja mkono mtupu.
Exactly.
Hapo sawa manze. Big up yourself bro. Happy New Year. Have a good rest of your month and week. And as I said, we do really appreciate you, man, like Joshua all the way to Kigali, Rwanda, man. IT guru making sure yani technology is working for us all around the world and all around the continent. So big up yourself, sir. Thank you very much. And that's what it's always about. Anytime you lock in, every time you are with us, it's all about those stories that will inspire you, that will move you, that will make you know that it's not always just about the 254. It's always also about what is beyond our borders, especially when it comes to all our loved ones. So make sure you are always with us right here Saturday from 10 p.m. till late. Also, WhatsApp number is on your screen right now. All you need to do is save this number. Watu wetu wa maju, save number manze. You want to connect with us, send us your story. We might just be putting you on the show in the right kind of way. Hata wewe uko mtaani sahi, wherever you are watching us, you know someone you'd love to see them here on the show. You'd love us to connect with them. Make sure you are always sending through messages, videos, so we can be connecting with you all year round. But right now, before we do anything else, I want us to go to our amazing DJ. Remember, tukona DJ Vera pale on the ones and twos as we take a short commercial break.
Aroma to set you, aroma to set you. Me and you not till weekend, yo, not till weekend, yo. As you do that thing, does it make me high bagger? But it's so soft, I go shop my mind, I put to sumame, baby, mama put to sumame, baby, oh, dancing, dancing, my goes, oh yeah, dancing in Povo,
baby, love me tender, baby, palanga my love, Monica dance to do it very well, baby, with you know I love, I'm all alive.